Good morning, everybody. How is it going? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I hope you guys are too. Back to, I guess, some more Final Fantasy XVI going on.
There were ghosts at the gates not days ago.
Now we can finally finish up these side quests that were taunting us, teasing us, tantalizing us all day yesterday.
Those things I said before about not being able to fight.
Milady, I come bearing gifts.
Gift?
We got a ruby.
Whatever is the occasion. Oh my. Clive, you really have outdone yourself.
I do what I
Otto
can.
asked me to give it to you.
It's not really a gift, yeah, so much as a
And
payment.
to compensate you for the time it took us to do so.
You disappoint me, Clive.
Yeah, I do what I
I
can.
thought you might finally be warming to me. Tell Otto he can keep his baubles. I tried to tell him as much the first time around. The man owes me nothing, nor does the hideaway.
Oh, that's
My
nice.
contribution to the restoration effort was made freely and willingly. It was the least I could do.
You once told me Sid did you a kindness. I'd like to do the same. Please, accept it. For my sake. And for Otto's. For all of us. For all you've done.
It is rather fetching.
I guess. I can't see it outside the menu.
Very well. Otto is lucky to have you, Clive.
Yeah, I tell him that all
I
the
doubt
time.
anything could ever replace his son. But you and the others at the hideaway are the closest thing he has to family.
Otto had a son.
Oh, we're gonna learn Otto's tragic backstory.
Long ago. Yes. Sid told me Otto lost him when he was just a boy, and blamed himself for not being able to stop it.
I mean, yeah.
I don't know how it happened, whether there was anything he could have done. But
You
it was
mean me? Are we gonna learn my tragic backstory?
I didn't know.
Oh no. What's happening,
How
Deus?
could you have? I doubt anyone did. Besides Sid, I've never met a man more keen to bear his sorrows in stoic silence.
Yeah, that's true.
An ill habit, given that both have always been surrounded by friends.
Tragedy
desperate for help.
implies there's some kind of high for there to be a low.
Beginning to see that.
My backstory is all just lows. Like the salt flats of Paraguay.
If he's still with us.
Okay, well, just go over here. Pokeball!
Come on.
Trying to figure out what to do. What are your options? What are you thinking? I'm not fighting you, wolves. You're not worth my
She said I should
time.
be able to find what I'm looking for somewhere nearby. Bright blue dragons and bright yellow flowers. Should be easy enough to spot.
Okay, I guess I do have to take on the... Oh, no. Wow. As soon as I got off, they're like, never mind, we're out of here. Okay, well, here's the dragon I gotta kill.
This must be our wyvern. Alright. Let's get this over with.
I know you were just out here minding your own business. Well, obviously you should watch me. Like, that's a given, right? Now, the question is, are you limited to only one of these actions at a time, or can you do multiple? Depends on how much sanity you feel like losing. Fair, good answer. Ow. I feel like watching me and playing Dark Souls Remastered is the best option you have. Because then I can also, like, if you need it, I'm more than happy to give you, like, advice on what's happening in the game. Oh, you only have one screen? Oof. Put me on your phone. I'm going mobile. A raptor liver?
That's the wyvern's liver.
That's my grandmother's favorite meal. Raptor liver and onions.
Scent.
I was like, Grandma, where do you find raptors? She's like, don't worry about it. Yeah. Hacker voice. I'm in. The phone. Help! Help! I'm trapped in a phone!
I think that's everything Molly needs to resurrect her recipe.
I'm a ghost from the 1800s!
Back.
Okay, now I need to go deal with some bandits. Banditos. Wait, no, wrong thing. Okay, go do that. We're gonna turn in like 16 side quests at once. It's gonna be great. Oh, oh, wrong way, wrong way. Oh, oh. East way?
The bandits may be known. Look what they've left us with.
How's your Dark Souls playthrough going?
It shouldn't be too hard to find goods.
Are the bad men going to come back?
The gentlemen of the town guard are a scrappy bunch.
How hard could it be to find goods here? Lad's the size of a building.
Listen, I found someone who says he's heard.
Nicer than one, though.
Have you?
Go on. Tell him what you told me.
All right. It's like I said. A wizened old crone by the name of Karen's been selling steel to whoever will pay her price, be they knight or knave.
Okay.
Says the more swords and spears she puts in people's hands, the more war they'll wage. And the more war being waged, the more call for swords and spears. And who will
Where you
they
can lay
all
down
turn
in a
to
stone
keep them in
casket.
steel?
Where the skeletons are?
Good Reaper herself.
And you've seen this Reaper at work.
Aye, it just
Damn, you
so
made a lot of
happens
progress
that
since you fought Quelaag.
You'll find her right here plying her trade most days.
Here in Delamil. Where exactly?
You beat like 5 bosses without
She has
telling
a
me.
stall here in the market, but if you're not the patient type,
Okay,
you can
2
probably
bosses,
find
but
her
still.
at her storehouse on the edge of town. But it'd be a bolder man than me that
Well,
would
nice.
that particular nest.
Hell
of
yeah, man.
vipers. Feeling bold, traveler? I hope so, for your sake. Now, if that's all, I have places to be.
Sorry to have kept you.
You don't think Nan's the Reaper, do you?
Not unless she's discovered the secret of how to be in 2 places at once.
Eh? What do you mean?
Lady Karen hasn't left the hideaway in weeks. So who has been running this stall he spoke of?
The secret thingy with the stone casket.
I'll go and have a look.
And I'll visit this storehouse on the edge of town.
All right, but be careful.
Well, yeah, the boss of that place, if you're by the caskets, you're still a ways off from the boss
too,
of that
dudes.
place. Get the story. Okay, so just right out there. Yeah, I know which casket you're talking about. Well, there's 2 of them.
Gentlemen of the town guard are a scrappy.
There's one you can lay down in to join a covenant.
What a mess.
And one you can you can lay down in to get to like an area.
You fought very bravely.
I'll be honest with you, I don't know the catacombs super well. Mostly just because I hate that area. So I don't explore it.
Time to brave the Viper's Nest.
But hell yeah, man, if you're in the catacombs, you beat... That's the one with that big thingy that guards the forest area where the butterfly is. That was this building. Some dude that shoots lightning, missing a leg.
Just you, is it? Thought I might have laid it on a bit.
Oh, yeah, the Titanite demon.
It was a fairly unconvincing tale.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
What now?
That's up to you. Die a slow death, or a quick one. Boys, he's all yours. But that sword is mine.
Yeah, I know exactly where you're at. Because fuck that Titanite demon. I hate that guy.
Leave now and we can pretend this didn't happen.
You're at the casket near him? Okay, yeah. Yeah, I know where you're at then. You're not a super... Apologies if I didn't mute the mic in time, but I did just sneeze. I was trying to mute it. Oh god. Thank you, Tatter. Oh god, hold on. Oh, that's a violent one, too. Oh god, okay. Oh. No, I appreciate it. But yeah, I know exactly where you're at, Deus. I hate that place. Oh god. Alright. You're not a super... Apologies if I didn't mute the mic in time, but I did just sneeze. God, that cuts off right in the middle of it, too. It does sound like an explosion just happened.
Done it now.
Go on. Tell me what I've done.
When the Borgwyn finds out you've killed his men, he'll have your head. He only wanted that bull of a manservant, the dim one always clinging to Karen's skirts. You weren't even supposed to be here. Who the hell are you anyway?
What were you going to do to him?
The Borgwyn wanted him to get to Karen. I was only supposed to point the lamp in the right direction once he arrived in Dalamil. But then you turned up. Well, go on then. If you're going to end me, End me.
You're not worth the effort. Now be
Good clip,
gone
though. Good clip.
before I change my mind.
Fucking coward.
But yeah, good luck down there, Deus. I believe in you.
Now.
Get your filthy paws off me, you naughty-pated lout!
Stop calling me names! And stop spreading them horrible lies about Nan!
Eat him. Eat him, Goots.
Well, that will be easy enough. For they are not lies. Every last word is true. And she must pay for her crimes in blood.
Lord!
Goose, are you all right?
He's gonna kill Nan! He said she had to pay in blood!
Buddy, you got a big axe.
She did, it is only right. She ruined my life and the lives of countless others. That loathsome harpy's very existence is a crime, and I will not allow it to continue.
Are you gonna be a boss fight for this little side quest?
Goots, was it? I have no quarrel with you.
Just
Only
nukes
with
your ears.
employer. Run along now. You need not pay for her sins.
No,
No.
I don't care what she did. I won't let you hurt Nan. Promise me you won't hurt her, or I'll
Well,
kill
apologize
myself.
for the nuclear ear burster.
No.
Enough, all of you!
But how did you?
You're a sight less clever than you think you are, the pair of you. Did you think I wouldn't notice the two of you slinking off together?
Oh, we can't just go for a walk?
Thinking, who in Dalamil might bear me a grudge?
Couple of bros
And
just going for a
certain
walk,
snivelling
5 feet
shit I ran
apart.
foul of in my fairy years came to mind. Though it was just Bogan back then, wasn't it? I thought the years might have taught you some sense, but I see you're the same pants-pissing craven you've always been. What was it we called you? Wet legs?
You bitch!
They do not look nearly the same age.
Everything that happened. It was all your fault. And now you'll finally pay for what you did to me.
Gooch, you...
If you want a piece of Nan, you'll have to go through me.
Fuck.
Good luck with that.
You great galoot. Out of the way, I can handle this myself. So, wet legs. You remember what you told me when we last met? An eye for an eye. Wise words, wise words. And now, it's time to collect.
Damn, lady just took his eyes. New Zelda game footage. Cool.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Is he?
Dead? No. But I reckon he wishes he was. It isn't easy going through life one eye short of a pair. After all, I should know.
You don't mean?
Oh, don't tell me you didn't notice. Lost it to old wet legs back when we were working the same routes.
If I played a new Zelda game, I might be really hyped for it, but
that didn't stop him taking his little revenge.
we'll let it get uploaded though.
So I took some of my own. Sorry, lost everything. His coin, his clients. Always knew he'd be back one day to claim his due. But he crossed a line dragging poor Goots into this. He didn't hurt you, did he?
No, Nan. Still got all my arms, see? Legs too. But what if he comes
Play as Zelda
back
for the
again?
first time ever.
What if he does?
I wonder what, like,
Best
have
we
they
take
revealed
the
what
other
kind of
hand, then we
game it's
work
going to
our way
be?
down. He'll learn his lesson soon enough. But something tells me the wet legs has learned it already. Right. Let's get you back to the hideaway. You've attracted quite enough attention already. Ta-ra, Clive.
Oh, you got gameplay footage already? Hell yeah.
Me never to cross you, Karen.
Alright, now I got another quest to do. Ah, that's so far away. Hey, the rent under this rock is reasonable, alright? What, you think I'm gonna pay this much? You think I'm gonna pay what people are asking for a 2-bedroom? No. I'll stick with my rock, thank you. Keeps me warm, keeps me cool when I need to be. All the bugs you can eat. It's great. During the summer, I can lay on it like a lizard, which, let me tell you, I love to do. Who are you calling Pinhead? I can't do a good Patrick. I probably could if I put some effort and, like, practice at it. And again, I don't know if you saw the episode of SpongeBob where they did the full tour of Patrick's house. He got a nice rock. It's like, it's nice down there. Got multiple rooms. Big place.
Quiet. We've got company. Come on, lads, let's tear the bastard's head off.
You say that like it's a bad thing. Ah.
Nice try.
Wait, there's a Patrick game coming up? What? What is that game even going to be? Hold on, I gotta click that. I really want to see this. The Patrick Star game. Release date October 4th of this year. Well, I'm playing that. That's happening. I'm not gonna play it in October because, you know, spooky games. But yeah, that's definitely happening. Literal psychological horror. We have now unlocked Deus's greatest fear, Patrick Star. Like how Torgal just did a backflip as that guy was dying. Your greatest fear is immortality?
Next luggage. Nothing seems to be damaged.
Yeah, that would also kind of suck.
Let's get it back to Delamil.
I could see that. Stars burn out.
I hear I have you to thank for the return of my effects. What shall I call you, my good man?
Wyvern. Glad to make your acquaintance.
What are you floating in, though?
Name indeed. Well, Wyvern, I appear to be in your debt. Redeem here tells me you wished for an audience. Is that all?
A few moments of your time should suffice, yes.
You're a peculiar fellow, Wyvern. All right.
Well, you know what? At that point, if I was granted immortality, I would just do something wacky, like throw myself into a black hole.
Sword you recently acquired. Oh, a true work of art, that one. Karen drove me hard on the price, but I would have sold her Radim here to get my hands on that sword. It was made in the Outer Isles, far beyond...
Oh, there are lands beyond the Twins.
And is used exclusively by the practitioners of a unique school of swordsmen.
Is this dude a fucking weeb?
No combat should ever exceed a single strike, and hone their blades to such perfection that none ever does. Each sword is made for that one perfect stroke, and for that stroke only. They crack upon a second blow. There's a brutal sort of beauty to it, really.
But how do they hone such an edge?
Fine question.
This dude bought 1,000 times folded Nippon steel.
Rather, a whole array of them ranging from the coarse to the fine. 10,000 licks with the sharpening stone, then 10,000 more. But it is the final stone which lends the blade its legendary...
And I had to go track down a stolen katana.
Mineral, quite foreign to this great realm of ours. And that is the key. The secret ingredient. Wyvern, it occurs to me that my little lecture is hardly equal to services rendered. Take this, together with my regards. The very stone of which I spoke, far rarer among collectors than even the blade itself, and a far more fitting payment.
Thank you.
Pardon the intrusion, my lordship. However, it is long past time we prepared ourselves to depart.
So it is. I am locked in...
So now is my sword going to be ever sharper now?
...of curiosities. I am one step ahead of the unscrupulous scoundrel, but he is hard at my heels.
Just suck there till it evaporates. I mean, that would kind of suck, but what else you got to do in the meantime?
Too many to count, but only one do I consider my nemesis. Lord Byron Rosfield. And is a perennial thorn in my side.
I can imagine.
Farewell, Wyvern. May our paths cross again. Radim, we mustn't dawdle.
Dude, that's why whenever you're, before, like, the void envelops you and humanity dies out and all that, you get yourself, like, a super powerful VR headset that you can wear that's self-contained to, like, a backpack you could wear, and that you can charge just by, like, squeezing your legs together or something. You're immortal. You got the time. So that way you can just float out in space for all eternity in a VR land doing whatever. And anytime you need to power it, you can just, like, squeeze your legs.
If all of us continue to work...
Oh yeah, no, I see the downsides of it. I get it. Immortality ain't all it's cracked up to be.
Will we ever see the sun again? It seems the hideaway's lost its...
So, did you have that word with Tomes then?
I did, and he was as helpful as ever. He told me exactly
Maybe I'm living in a VR reality right now, Deus. Maybe I'm floating in the void with a VR headset on, just living life.
Will I be cooking up? Or is it better not to know?
blueback wyvern liver, and a herb.
Maybe I'm replaying my memories.
Ah, wyvern livers, was it? Well, at least it weren't actual worms, I suppose. Now then, you stay right where you are. I've got some cooking to do. Let's hope these grand old chefs of yore knew what they were on about. And here we have it. Fried mortress of skyworm. Ivan's offered to make sure it's fit for consumption. Well, I say offered. He as good as begged.
And rightly so. Is there any higher honor than partaking in a slice of culinary history?
Yeah, I could see that. You good, Ivan?
So, not fit for consumption then?
What witchery is this? The crackle of the crust gives way to an almost violent richness. Yet, it is the piquant kiss of the saint's bonnet that tames this savage dish. It is a tour de force.
Yeah, but you can make that argument, but there would be a lot of people who would just be like, yeah, but I'd live for like 400 years. I'd get to see flying cars and stuff.
I think he likes it.
Well, I can't quite tell with all that nonsense he's talking. But I reckon you might be right. It was decent then, I take it.
Decent? It's remarkable. And I defy any man to say a word to the contrary. Sid, might I suggest that you command a party of your finest men and women to procure a dozen blueback wyverns forthwith?
We're gonna hunt these damn things to extinction. But it'll be like 400. It'll get better eventually. So that's essentially the plot of like Mass Effects. If you've ever zoomed out.
Like a dish of cold vengeance to foul a gut.
I'm sorry,
If you've
Nan.
never played Mass
I didn't
Effect,
mean to make things worse.
the way you said thank you, it sounded like you breathed in a bunch of helium.
Like you've protected me.
Aye, well, someone had to.
But yeah, that's basically the plot of Mass Effect. Deus, like, you know, the Reapers
Reckon the both of us
are
worse off if
quasi-immortal. And
always been me right eye, Goots.
if I remember right, the Mass Effect drivers, like the fast travel, faster than light travel, is speeding up the entropy of the universe. Which, you know, if you only live about 150 years or so, what's the big deal? But for them who live actual millennia and are functionally immortal,
Thanks, Nan. I won't let you down.
they're like, how do we prevent the universe from ending?
There's nothing he wouldn't do for you.
So now I'm just imagining in my head the end of Mass Effect where it's like hundreds of Reapers coming out of the sky, and Deus.
As well. Till then, he'll need people to watch his back, just like you did in Dalamil. Don't think I didn't appreciate that.
Of course. His family.
Stop it. You make me one good eye, mister. I don't go thinking that'll do you any favours. A potion today will cost you the same as it did yesterday.
Well, speaking of potions costing me money, let me buy some.
Let me tell you,
All right.
Oh, you're gonna...
them rumours wet legs were spreading. Might be they weren't just tales plucked out of thin air. You see, there were a time when I weren't too particular about who I sold steel to, so long as they paid me the right price. Some women lust after blood, others after flesh, but me, I were always one for gold. And to satisfy that lust, I sold to opposing armies. Stabbed my
Yeah, I would agree with that. I read there's a quote from a Greek philosopher I read way back when. I was like,
I met a man who made me a different kind of offer.
I'm gonna butcher it. There is no need to fear death, because when we are, death is not. And, okay, rude. I just look up at chat because it's like, okay, nerd.
Was that the first time you met
when we are, death is not, and when death is, we are not. And I was like, yeah, I like that.
He was true to his word, so I ended up being true to mine. And I soon started making the best profits I've seen since taking up the trade. And all without aiding or abetting any outlaws. Except Sid himself, that is. Told me about his plan to topple the mother crystals, you know. Said that with them gone, the realm would want for all manner of
Blame is really cool because it's like, you have this giant city you could just wander forever.
Why, I reckon an enterprising individual.
And then it's like, oh, but it's super fucked up because everything here is monstrous.
I emptied my stores that day and moved into the hideaway proper. And the rest, as they say, is ancient bloody history. A dozen years on, and I'm still not the richest damn. Not for lack of trying, mind. But I can say that I have never been happier. You've all shown me there are some things more precious than Gil.
That there are.
So don't you go messing it all up, or you'll have me to answer to.
I did really like Blame, though. I thought it was really good. Very interesting concept.
Still
and again, I just want to, like, explore that world.
You're rubbing me blind, you know.
Sorry for the wait. But hopefully you'll agree it was worth it.
You learned something about that sword, then?
I did better than that.
I brought you their secret. You got a whetstone.
A whetstone? Yes. But not one you'll find anywhere in Valisthea.
No wonder I couldn't get the same finish on the grinding wheel. One hit and all done, eh? Might not be so bad if all you ever fought were duels. Good luck on the battlefield. Your second opponent would be your last, no matter how good you were.
Yeah, imagine a war where everybody's sword is only good for one hit.
Used to give the curse breakers an edge.
I think so, yeah. With this whetstone and the right kind of steel, I could probably even make a twin of the blade that rattled me. But there'd be no replacing this little rock once I worn it down to a sliver. I reckon we get a dozen swords from it, if that. Swords that the curse breakers wouldn't know how to wield properly, and that would see them through a single fire piece. Nah.
Or Cassie's just in the bedroom wailing.
About as much use as a wax anvil. But finishing our blades with a whetstone this fine, now that's something to consider. And what's finer than fallen masonry, eh? Or more hard-wearing, for that matter. Just imagine it. Good Valisthean steel with an edge as sharp as any found in the Outer Isles. I won't make a copy, nah. I'll make something much better.
I'm sure the curse breakers will be delighted. Just...
Do I get one of those fancy swords?
Don't you worry about me, sunshine. I've been working day and night since I was half your age, and I'll still be here when you're long gone. Hey, thanks, Clive. I mean it. I owe you one, August too. It's good to know someone's looking out for me.
You'll be happy to hear you said that.
And I'll see that my debt to you's paid. First new blade I make's got your name on it. You come and find me when you've got the materials.
All right.
He killed 3 of my men with a sword named Clive. And a hot rod named Desire. Oh, but I can use that to make Excalibur? Cool. I get to be the King of England. Alright, what do I need to make Excalibur?
What do you want?
Oh, I can make it, but it's not very good. Worse than what I have.
Should last you a good while.
Can I reinforce Excalibur? Nope.
Anything else?
Reduce grocery prices, make living more affordable. Best I can do is historically accurate King of England things, which means we're going to lead a war against France. Sorry.
Did you see that?
But after we win, then we can talk about stuff like that.
Good. Still alive, I see.
We got to take out France before we can take on the U.S.
About that.
The U.S. only won the War of Independence because of France.
She threw it right back in my face, in fact, and told me I could stick my stupid stone where the sun don't shine.
Karen refused payment.
I hope it wasn't something I said.
I'm sure you were as tactful as ever. Let me see what I can do.
Oh, wonderful.
It was like the French Navy. Lafayette was here. It basically was like he trained the American troops.
Your benefactors are
Then
a generous
went to
lot.
France to
You earned this.
like ask for help.
Come again. I may have more for ya.
The French Navy got heavily involved. Basically, they did everything they could without openly declaring war on England. To the point where... Hold on. Sorry, I had to clear my throat a little bit. To the point where it actually financially really hurt them.
Goad tells me you weren't happy with our offer. Would you prefer the debt was repaid in coin?
No, granted, at the time, France...
Lending any of you lot me hard-earned gil? I may have tossed a talent or two in the Hideaway's coffers, but those were donations, and you can hardly call it charity if you go...
France economically was not in the best shape at that time. Their coffers weren't, like, overflowing or anything.
Circumstances have changed.
But them helping us definitely didn't help their case, which actually led to the French Revolution. Because they were like, wait, Americans cast off the chains of monarchy and have democracy? Wait a minute. You know, kind of ironic considering the French king helped us do that and then ended up getting deposed and beheaded because of it. But that led to the Louisiana Purchase, where we bought about half of America for, I think the equivalent was like 30 cents an acre. Or it was about like 30 cents an acre whenever I learned about it, I think. Which is ridiculously cheap.
You wouldn't mind, would you?
Not at all.
But we got basically everything from the Appalachian Mountains, like everything west of the Appalachian Mountains to, I believe, Nevada? Like out to the desert area? And Texas was still part of Mexico, which was still part of Spain at the time. So we didn't get like the South, but like I think Louisiana
Sometimes wonder what I pay
up the it was up the Mississippi. That's right. So it's really about a quarter of America.
I still haven't been paid last month's wages.
Oh, so you remember what's owed to you then? Get your ass behind that disc of yours and don't get up before those ledgers are square.
Right away.
I've seen that before.
Yeah. Plenty of time.
And then, you know, after the Louisiana Purchase, Lewis and Clark had an expedition to explore the new area.
So couldn't be bothered to find a clean one.
Where they like made a lot of sketches and documentation about like what was out there. Fun fact, we know the route they took because they drank mercury for some reason. I can't remember why they drank it. It was like a medical thing. This was before we learned that you shouldn't drink metal. Mercury was used for a long time as like a medicine though, which is really not great, but whatever. But we can tell where they were, the path they took, because there's heavy mercury deposits where they stopped to poop.
And having nothing better to do on the long nights, we set up drinking Island rum till the morning bell dragged me back to my duties. Quit my post not long after that, on account of making a fine maiden's belly fat. But me and Sid stayed close, promising we'd one day sail the seas again.
There's your little American history lesson for the day.
Before fate stepped in and said she was having none of it, the magic woke inside my son soon after his first name day, and there was no hiding his knack.
Couldn't you and your family have?
My family were the ones who summoned the constable, wanted the monster taken away. I couldn't turn my back on him, forget what I felt, and I couldn't for the life of me understand how they could.
Oh, yeah.
Luckily.
Now, when you go about your days, you can be like, I learned some American history from a sock on the internet.
All I wanted was to tear the whole world down. Him who cried for me when I had no tears left of my own. Him who swore he'd do everything he could to stop it from happening again. And he was true to his word, too. Left the Royal Army once and for all. His ranks, his ribbons, gone. Just like that. Threw away everything he had. All to right a wrong that no one else.
Imagine not learning your history from Assassin's Creed games.
I'd follow that man to the ends of the earth.
I don't have to imagine it, Deus. I lived it. I learned my history from a book like a fucking nerd.
He was always too clever for his own good, was Sid. Saw the world.
I've always liked history, though. I think history is really cool. Really interesting.
And it can't have been easy, bearing that burden alone.
Yeah, it is definitely a thing that exists. You could even say it is a thing of all time.
Was right. And that gave us faith in him. Faith he'd steer us true. So I swore to myself that I'd always be right behind him, ready to catch the stubborn sod, if ever he should fall. But I couldn't even do that.
Funnily enough, though, I was never super interested in American history because I was like, I live here. You learn American history, at least when I was in school. We learned it every year, and it was the same stuff every year. Like, we didn't go further in depth about anything. They weren't like, all right, well, you learned, you know, what happened from the 50s to the 80s in second grade. So now that you're in third grade, we're going to take you from the 20s to the 50s and then touch back up on the 50s to the 80s. No, it's just, here's American history from 1776, thereabouts, to the modern day. The modern day was like 1991 is when my history book stopped.
Love you, you grumpy old sod.
We learned some world history too.
What about it?
Sid was right. Without you.
But it wasn't really a lot or in depth. I ended up taking world history when I was in high school because I was like, history's cool. I like history.
Bloody well said so then. Just once. Before he went. But then, why would he? Him or anyone? I'd only have told him to piss off.
Okay, yeah, but you went to a nerd school.
both of you.
But it was a college history class. And I got an A+ in that class. I remember that, because that was like the only one I did. Because again, I like history.
I just shove people in
Math, didn't care about it. Didn't care for it, didn't care about it. Science, I can't even spell science. English, you guys have been here long enough to know I can barely speak it.
Would you rather go?
You had to do statistics? Ew.
Well, maybe I've got a few more years left in me.
I'm going to hold you to that, Otto.
You were pretty good at it? That's good. I'm not. I'm the opposite of good.
Wanted you to have this.
But that's...
This'll do me just fine. Thanks for the ray of sunshine. I'll see if I can't pay you back.
Already have.
Yeah, but if you're good at math and statistics, more power to you. Because I ain't. Okay, that was all the side quests. Oh god, there's a new missive in my chambers. Hold on, let me check a couple things before I go. Do you have anything new for me?
Anything catch your eye?
No,
Always
okay.
something in there. Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
Ooh.
Did you see the pair that got hauled into tires?
Oh god, there's another side quest in here. A humble request.
Rutherford. Wasn't that the name of my uncle's manservant? Why would he be at Martha's Rest?
You beat me this time. I like the implication that you just had a friendly rivalry with the with like this nerdy Polish kid. If I was in that class, they'd be like, and one of you somehow missed every single question, which in and of itself is an interesting statistic because you should be able to get at least one of them right.
Have you heard the latest from Twinside? That the Empress is no more?
Ever trust an owl bearing good news, I say.
Kind of a country thing. Oh, it's like a country rivalry.
Then you received my letter. I am Sebastian Rutherford, Chief Steward of your Lord Uncle's estate.
Of course. We met once before.
Yes, my lord. Thank you for coming.
And what was so sensitive that you couldn't put it in writing?
1,000 apologies, my lord. I did not mean...
It's
okay. Just tell me what's going on.
I am here at Martha's Rest, at the behest of your Lord Uncle, tasked with learning what I am able of the realm's current state of affairs.
Your teacher told you weren't J.K. Rowling because you used the word amongst in a paper.
Storm and as the subsequent darkening of the heavens has only made things worse.
And I'm just imagining your teacher being like, "You're not a raging transphobe. Stop using amongst."
The gears of governance have ground to a halt, and without a steady hand on the tiller, the realm threatens to drift into utter...
Now I want to play a snobbish English version of Among Us where it's just amongst us.
However, believes there is a way to avoid this fate, and is determined to see it set in motion.
I didn't diss the word.
quite the undertaking.
It is. Hence my having enlisted the aid of several colleagues serving the 7 high houses. Alas...
It is a really weird critique to make.
I have lost contact.
Stop using them fancy $12 words.
They are both able-bodied and trained in the sword, yet in these dark times...
Well, there you go, Deus. Just
may not prove sufficient.
stop being lazy.
Man safe on the road.
So you want me to find them? I'll need to know where they went.
One I sent to investigate the...
That doesn't exactly narrow it down.
Thank you, my lord.
Where does this guy want me to go? I should have specified. You outsmarted your favorite teacher? Nice. Okay, this is actually really close. Okay.
It's not going to be easy finding one man in an entire republic. Let's hope someone here's seen something.
Mummy, are the bad men going to come back?
The gentlemen of the town guard are a strapping bunch. Perhaps.
Overall, is it the mako shark that's the fastest animal?
Ready, go? Fly, Ambrosia. Someone's got himself in trouble.
The peregrine falcon. Oh, yeah. When they do their, like, dive, right?
I don't see your master here, so you can start by giving us all the...
Be gone, bots!
I already told you. I have...
Nice timing, Cozy.
And maybe we'll take that pretty...
Diving speed of over 300 kilometers per hour.
Please! These men are trying to rob me!
I'll deal with this.
What's that in freedoms per hamburger?
You that one's master, then? If you'd kindly pay the coin he owes us...
240? Damn.
Draw your blade on Republican soldiers.
Or you can go back to your garrison and...
Californian mite?
Oh,
322 body links per second.
Hasn't had many visitors since we slit his throat.
Would be 1,300. Jesus. So actually, that reminds me. Do you guys remember the show The Most Extreme? Where they would do stuff like this. They'd be like, this is the fastest animal. And it'd be a countdown of like the 10 fastest animals. And it'd be like, number 5, the cheetah. You may think the cheetah is the fastest. And then this is the only one I remember. But they would like, they'd equate it to humans. And they'd be like, for a human to run as fast as a cheetah. And they'd show like this animatronic sequence of a human like transforming. And be like, you need a chest 4 times the size of normal. So like the person's chest would like be huge so that way they could like take in the oxygen. Like your feet would have to be 18 inches long so like their feet would grow.
I was sent here to observe the situation.
You need nostrils large enough to take in the air you need. So like the dude's nose would just like grow
I could
massive.
defend myself against one, perhaps 2, but a whole regiment. I arrived in Dalimil several days ago, but when I called upon the captain of the local garrison to make inquiries...
Yeah, Cozy heard that song by Lordy, Let Me Be Your Ruler, and she was like, well, alright, I guess I can use a body to measure things.
Fortunately, I was able to bribe my way free, only to be stopped again by those soldiers you so kindly dispatched.
What of the Fist Central Command?
Yeah, I want to watch The Most Extreme show again.
Lawlessness amongst their ranks.
Just for the transformation scenes. Hold on, I'm gonna Google it while these people talk.
Hunkered down behind her walls. Those who weren't recalled now rule the fringes unchecked.
Yeah. Oh, if you just Google it.
You should return to Rosaria. It's not safe here.
Is it just on YouTube?
Heading north.
Yeah, you can see these weird green people, like Matrix people, that they transform.
Not at all. No. I'm the second associate of Rutherford's.
Oh god, these are unlocking memories. And it's great.
Start at Northreach and see if I can pick up his trail.
If you ever need like a weird TV show to watch, or if you want to see some like odd transformation, just watch The Most Extreme. It's so good. In the weirdest way possible. I should just have like an internet, like a general internet stream one day where we can just like watch those videos for a little bit.
What happened here?
If you're with the others, they've already relieved me of my belongings.
I'm not. I'm looking for someone who was sent here by a man named Rutherford.
And then you found him. I'm Alistair.
Yeah, I'd stay up late over the summer, and I would watch that on Animal Planet. I'd be like, this show is the best.
It's been a long time since... Is she well?
My Lord Marquis? Yes. Yes, she is. I was on my way back from the old capital when I saw...
Bandits.
They looked more like field hands. It didn't matter in the end. I did what I could to help the victims, but all it earned...
Which way did they go?
South, toward...
All right. Founder knows I've met enough of their... You head back to Northreach. Visit the Vale. Tell...
Thank you.
No, that was a great show. Shows like that probably set my taste in like
could they?
Weird and bad CGI. Like one thing I absolutely love to death, and I will never not love it, is
This one's ours, pretty boy.
like bad network TV CGI. When it's like, when the show for a season has a budget of like 20 grand and they need to do a CGI explosion, oh my god, I love it. It's the best. Because it looks so bad. Oh, that was a double. But it looks so bad in the best way possible. Like, they're like, here, just stand in front of this green screen and jog in place. We'll take care of the rest. Ow! Like, if you wanted to make a TV show specifically for me, it would be the worst, most unwatchable thing for the majority of the population, and I would love every second of it. It would need, like, absolutely garbage tier CGI. I would want So in Bollywood shows and movies, they will... Hold on.
Make for the town while you can. There may be more bandits nearby.
Sorry, cat is just screaming. In Bollywood, like, TV shows and movies, and I love it, they will do, like, there'll be scenes where it just, like, there's 18 different transitions, and it, like, zooms in on characters' faces, and it's just, like, and it's super dramatic and over the top in the best way.
I will survive.
Strange that the garrison wouldn't intervene in such a brazen attack so close to their gates.
The garrison have their hands full inside the city. Some days they don't even send out patrols. There are few hands left to work the fields, and even fewer to transport the grain.
It would just be so good.
And the price for what remains is exorbitant. It's not uncommon to see a fight break out over a crust of bread. When I said the ones who attacked me didn't have the look of bandits, I meant it. They were probably just desperate.
Rockford, listen to me. If you are to continue your you first need to seek the attention.
I shall return to North, but allow me to thank you.
Don't thank me.
I suppose he'll be wondering where I've got to. I shall send a Bastolus as soon as I...
Okay. Now can I do a little story stuff?
My uncle certainly has his work cut out for him. I should go and tell Rutherford that his colleagues are still...
Not yet. Okay, I gotta go talk to Rutherford now. And then we'll advance the plot. The plot goes marching on and on and on and on.
I see you're still here.
I'm really hoping today is a quiet day at work. Yesterday was so slow and I loved it.
Information. Speaking of which,
I didn't do anything. I watched Cozy stream and then I didn't really do anything for the rest of the day. It was great.
I only happened to be in the right. They both seem to think the realm's prospects.
I am afraid that Grim Storm is in crisis, and if we are to free, and we must work
as it is mine.
Quest complete. I can start playing the game now. That's good. It's actually funny you say that because you've shown up just in time for me to stop doing side quests and actually do like main story stuff. Exactly, Deus. Exactly. I was there, and that's all I can say about it. I don't even know where to put these points anymore. I don't... Here, upgrade that. Then upgrade... You know what? Upgrade it again. That one's maxed out. We're gonna focus on maxing out this center wheel. Is your ISP still giving you problems? Been lurking because you were in a meeting? I'm so sorry.
How would I be without you?
Did you call his work the most steaming pile of dog shit I've ever seen in my life? Because I can understand if they got a little defensive about that.
Are you buying or selling?
Almost 40 screenshots of issues. And they're probably still like, I don't see what the problem is. I can't fix that. Barely paid attention, hardly said 2 words. Well, Store, I have some terribly disappointing news for you, even though you're just now here. It's about time for me to make some food, so I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick, because your boy hungry. And then when I get back, we'll keep going. Give me 1 second. Can you spell it out for me a little bit? Heyo, I'm back. What do you mean, are you on a weird game show? Alright, open the door. You had a meme channel and you wish you hadn't? Did it start because you wanted to share a meme? And now it's just exploding with constant memeage?
My Lord Marquis, it is an honor. I am Yotei, Knight of the Undying, charged with the protection of His Grace Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix.
Of course. It all makes sense now.
Would you care to elaborate?
The Undying are loyal servants to the ducal throne. Or more specifically, to its heir. They have served our family for generations, albeit from the shadows.
Since their inception, they have been tasked with the preservation and enactment of the rites of ancestral communion. After the events at Phoenix Gate, it was the Undying who delivered me to safety. And since the day I left Rosaria, Yotei has been my constant companion and protector.
So, you thought someone was making fun of you? So you said they could do that on a meme channel? So you started a meme channel, and now are they openly mocking you?
Lady Yotei. You saved my brother.
Yes, no?
I owe you a debt
Maybe
I
so?
can never repay.
Can you repeat the question?
I but did my duty.
You're not the boss of me
Tell us what you've
now.
discovered.
You're not the boss of me now.
Your Grace,
Oh, they're not mocking you? Okay.
it is as you feared. The vessel we spied off the coast of the Crystalline Dominion on the night of her fall. It was the Einherjar. Beyond any doubt.
The Black Galleon.
Joshua.
I think I've got a song stuck in your head the last 3 times you've been here.
Business what they have in the Dominion.
Upon learning of Waloed's involvement in recent events at Drake's Fang, I sensed the malign influence of Ultima, and bid Yote and the Undying look into the matter.
We have reason to believe
What?
that
What do
the
you mean,
Black
what?
Galleon weighed anchor shortly after the fighting began, and set a course
What,
due
what?
south.
For Canva. Then it is Waloeda knights who besiege the cities.
What is left of them? Yes. And the Black Galleon sails at but one man's behest. Barnabas Tharm.
Barnabas is a good pirate name.
But are we
Yeah,
truly
Barnabas
safe
B.
here?
Barnacle, like Cozy just said.
The city
Great
guard
pirate
will be
name.
Paid, if that's what you're implying.
All the more reason for them to run.
Well, you are free to leave, Lord Minister.
Markets abandoned, warehouses aflame, blackened hulls choking every port in the capital. Canva is ruined.
The Rome.
Man, this watermelon is bussin'.
All you can think
Did I say that right?
Forgive us. We were not aware Dhalmekia now subsisted on charity.
How dare you?
Distinguished members of the Council, you must forgive His Majesty this intrusion.
What is the meaning of this?
A trifle crowded, but I fear it will have to serve, my liege.
Is that Barnabas?
Very well.
I hate his hair. He's got like half of it in the back braided.
Do you not see? The King! He has come to save us from
I thought he said it's and you're not so big. You're not the boss of me now. You're not the boss of me now. You're not the boss of me now, and you're not so
It's a
big.
gift from the heavens, divine intervention, our very salvation.
And of course, if it is compensation he requires, we would be most willing to negotiate a fair price for services rendered.
Fools. Your ignorance unbecomes you.
Your Majesty, correct me if I'm wrong. but
Usually
I
am.
swear that the fiends washing the cobbles of Canva with the blood of her citizens wear the colors of Waloed. Ha! So you do not deny it. Guards, fetter them and see our guests to the dungeons.
Are you gonna see what this guy does? Besides weirdly lay on his naked mother's lap, or somebody impersonating his naked mother.
Pathetic creatures. That you should imagine yourselves worthy of salvation. The girl is still here, somewhere in the city. Her consciousness fair dripping with her late father's hubris.
So is this guy like the icon of
Consciousness
death?
to which Mythos is inextricably bound and inexorably drawn. See that he is made welcome.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Come, Mythos. Surely the prince's light cannot have sated you.
Don't worry, buddy. I'm gonna eat your powers too.
So then, how long has Waloed been
Hey,
under
Scotty, what's
Ultima's
up, bub?
control?
You can't have any watermelon.
Based on what we know of Barnabas's actions, I would guess some few years.
No, you can't have any.
But to what end?
Dog smelled the watermelon. He was like, I desire.
Show them.
By the flames.
Phoenix Gate, Drake's Breath, and now here. But what is it?
It is old, ancient, even. Naught remains of the faith it represents, save what can be gleaned from the image itself.
So it's when we combine, by our powers combined, we are Captain Flying Balrog.
I believe it may be the key to discerning Ultima's purpose. That figure in the center, the one beneath whom the icons congregate, that I believe to be Ultima. He is a god, or at least godlike, his very existence beyond our ken. The icons, and by extension their dominance, are meant to be his subjects, and while some, like Barnabas, have accepted this role, others have rejected it, like you, Clive, which is rather inconvenient, as it appears he needs you most of all.
Convenient for our plot purposes, though.
No, I don't suppose they do.
Clive, may I tell Yote of the lake?
By all means.
Yote, I will be accompanying my brother to the Free Cities. Whilst we are afield, I would have you watch over those Clive has made his wards.
See, they could get really interesting here.
Concealed. The hideaway
They could, like,
fighters to defend its occupants should they be discovered.
But it is my duty to...
As it has ever been.
They could get deep into, like, Ultima might be godlike, and they could get in, like, what is a god? What does godhood mean?
If that is your wish, your grace. But
They won't, but they could. It'd be cool.
if aught were to befall you,
To be fair, I think this is the wrong kind of genre to really get into that. Anything above Mort. What is a Mort, if not a man? It's an abbreviation. That's what a Mort is.
my lady.
We are in your debt, Yote.
Jody. I'm gonna call her Jody Baloney. Joni Balodi. I like Yote. She seems like a cool character. She's gonna murder like 30 people towards the end of the game.
Let's find our friends.
There's gonna be like a cinematic where she's like, "You guys keep going. I'll fight all these guys," and she's just gonna like backflip over everybody and stab them all in the top of the head as she's backflipping over them. And then she's gonna land, do like a little shake to like, you know, shake the landing off, and then all of them are just gonna fall down dead behind her. And then a big, oh no, more side quests! God, why?
Who among you is bold enough to... Is that blade for hire, perchance?
Figuratively, I hope.
Well, yes and no. A passing caravan carried with it a rumor most fortuitous, for
Alright,
what
just-
dread Evis are aggressive beasts. Compelled as they are to acts of violence, few survive to maturity.
Do you want to say?
Eventually, yes. Though I would have it tanned for... Dread Evis skin is a rare thing indeed. But the worked hide, bring me that beast's skin and I will share...
Alright, I'll do that.
Of course you will. When one lives in such troubled times, leave Tabor through the east. I I eagerly await your safe and above all triumph.
I like how I'm talking to freaking Markiplier here, and they're like, leave through the gate, and it just paused so both of us could look out that gate.
Careful how you pack that leather.
But no, that's one thing I like about like certain Eldritch horror. It's like, what is a god?
Finally, no one was paying me the slightest heed.
Is something wrong?
At the university, the students would hang on my every word. Sadly, this...
Is it a god because it is immortal? Or is it immortal because it is a god?
The university. You're a scholar.
A specialist in ancient cultures. In my heyday, no obstacle could have kept me from my studies. The answers I seek lying. Would you do an old man a kindness?
Yeah, what do you need me to do?
And memorize a few in... some courteous soul is rumored to have carved... three of them, to be precise. One each to the north.
North, south, and east. Alright.
I hope that those carvings might shed light on a riddle I've been namely, the otherwise undocumented origins of Tabor's unique people.
I can't promise I'll remember everything perfect.
Remember what you can. I'll piece together the rest.
Alright, to the pavilions.
How are those new boots treating you?
They're fantastic. Soft as Phoenix now.
Like, what do you... Parkour! Alright, I have to memorize this. Guardians of the Crystal, the first stones of Tabor. Sacred holy thy noble blood, till it ends the mother's labor. Oh, is it Tabor?
No history.
Till it ends the mother's labor.
So how it was.
Boy.
I don't like it.
So it's these stones to Canva, and the rest of the boxes to Dad.
2 goblin coins. Goblin those coins.
Here's the scraps you were after.
Wanderers of the Golden Plains, lay your roots in stone. With pride recall thy noble past, and make these rocks a home.
What golden plains might the wanderers have called home, I wonder?
Mummy needs a pottage for it.
Decent quarry's been hard to find since the sky's turned.
It has indeed. Can't blame the beasts for being on edge.
Children of the hunters, now tillers of the land, Reaper promised blessings and give praise her gracious hand. You know, you could probably, if you know what that means, since we know what that means now, you could probably translate that and learn the Final Fantasy language in this game. Just from these 3 stones, you could probably do that. If they actually, like, are different.
The engravings were in good repair considering their age.
When will Raggedy Mort make its debut? That's one you gotta talk to Store about.
Don't tease me now. What did you learn of this place and its people?
Maybe I'll make an actual sock puppet of me that you guys can buy. The Great Mogul Guardians.
Guardians of the Crystal, the first stones of Tabor. Sacred hold thy noble blood, till ends the mother's labor.
He does.
Sure that was it.
Fascinating. It would seem the founders of this city were descendants of those fallen charged with protecting the mother crystals.
Some bomb-ass
Whatever
watermelon.
could have driven the Guardians so far from their sacred charges, I wonder. The the engraving...
Is he a god solely because he gives form?
Wanderers of the Golden Plains, lay your roots in stone. Pride recall thy noble past, and make these rocks a home. Or, I think
is he...
at least.
No doubt
That's just because he's slightly above me.
Customs in Tabor, its guardian roots
Oof.
will never account for. This is proving
Oof.
most enlightening. Now,
Tell me how you really feel. Oh, I don't remember this one. Children of the Hunters. Now sworn to serve the sun. No. Now tillers of the land, now dancing hand in hand.
Children of the Hunters, now tillers of the land.
Yeah, that's this one.
Reap
Okay.
her promised blessing and give praise her gracious hand. That's all three.
and so we add primitive farmers to Tabor's founding peoples, the final piece of the puzzle. 3 engravings, one for each of the 3 peoples to have settled Tabor in ancient times. Guardians of the Mother Crystal, wanderers from across the plains, and last but certainly not least,
Cuts deep
hunters
into people's
turned
souls.
farmers. Little wonder it was so
I'm on
difficult
Twitch because
for
I
us to
like
root
video
to
games
Tabor's
and seeing
culture.
people play them.
Those roots
I'm
reach
on
down
Twitch because
through
I like
sea
interacting
to
with
speak
people
to
while they play
traditions.
games. Yes, I'm on Twitch so I can learn how to cut people the deepest. What words hurt the most? I want to make the streamer cry.
Stand here for all to see.
Too many stairs, perhaps.
Ha! Too many by
The tears of the streamer will quench my thirst. It will make a tasty beverage.
Careful how you pack that leather. Any creases or
It will water my crops. Like, it's just somebody walking up to you, and you're immediately like, I'm going to get my big sword.
Cyril. How fares the search?
Well, Your Grace, my report shall be with you ere long.
Ah, yes. Yote is otherwise engaged, at my behalf.
My morning brew, I make my coffee with the tears of streamers.
Fulfilled. For as you see, I've been reunited with my first shield.
I am Cyril, Knight of the Undying and bearer of the Burning Quill.
Seems like it'd be inconvenient to write with a burning quill.
Joshua Rosfield.
You gotta write
Of the
super
Flame of the
fast.
Phoenix, and
Oh
right
god,
now
it burns!
Duke of Rosaria.
I entrusted Cyril here with overseeing the investigation into Ultima's origins. Findings from his brothers and sisters afield are delivered here to be collated and catalogued.
Just how many Undying are there?
Not nearly enough, milady. Yet we are glad to give our all in service to the Phoenix. Such is, and has ever been.
I would just make my morning coffee with water, personally, Deus, but you live your life.
You have your associates, I have mine. But you may now think of them as ours. That won't be a problem, will it?
The Phoenix is our sun, and we but the shadows that quicken in his radiance. It is from the darkness that we serve. Him, and now you.
Deus, hello! Oh god, why is he here?
Pray accept this.
Make him leave. The Phoenix down.
Bear it, members of our order will reveal themselves unto you. If there is nothing further.
No. You are dismissed.
Your Grace.
Alright. Neat. I have 30 seals and brooches upon my lapel. And every single one of them has a story to tell.
You certainly keep strange bedfellows, Joshua.
Where, oh where? That's back over that way. Yeah, I'm guessing it, like, will loop, then. Let's go, Chocobo!
Good girl.
You know, it is a damn shame that Squares never came out with a little side game called, like, Go-Go Chocobo, or anything close to that. But they won't, because they're cowards. Paul's had something to say, and then you said something that stumped even him? Out of my way. Hit him in the drive-by. Oh, what'd you say? Unless it was overly mean, then don't say it. If it was just cruel, there's no point.
Be safe.
Here, start off, hit him hard right out the gate.
Old he may be. Looks like there's still plenty of fight in him yet.
Okay, hit him again with this, and he'll be staggered. You don't remember? Oh yeah, fair. High school's a ways back.
Nice try.
Boop, boop, boop. Jesus, Yoda.
Enough.
Enemy slain. Enemy Spain. Enemy stain.
This thing reeks. The sooner it's off my hands, the better.
Alright, drop that back off with that guy. Then finally, we can do some story stuff.
Here's your hide.
I worried you might never return. Supple as a maiden's cheek.
Calm down, Markiplier.
Trust in me was not misplaced. You must join me as my honored partner. With my means and your
I don't plan on making a habit of this.
Very well. Though I believe fate do not allow me to keep you from being about your business. Here, for the hide.
I like that guy. Join me! We'll be rich as kings! I'm good. Okay, well here's your payment anyway. I appreciate it. Come back again. Alright, my icon bar circle is fully filled. I'm just like, at this point, buying the cheapest one. Here, how much is the next cheapest one I need? Because I've got the stuff I use. 620, 575, 525, 450. Oh, actually, wait, there's one for 100. Do I even have 100 points left over? No. One for 100, though. Alright, that's the next one I'll get.
The free city's under siege.
Let's go, Chocobo! That's okay. I don't want to fight orcs. This isn't Lord of the Rings. Hey, other orcs. You can always tell your friends about how Clive rode by you on a chocobo. Be your celebrity encounter. Don't look like the free city's under siege. It looks like it about fell.
The free men are still holding their own then.
Oh, is it on siege from the other side?
Do we have any idea where Gav and the others might be?
There's a warehouse near the docks where we agreed to meet if there was any trouble. We should hurry.
We can't siege a city from one side. That's not how that works. If it's from one side, it's not siege. It's just you're attacking one side of a city. I'm sorry. How in the hell is there a side quest? There's more. Oh, I don't even care at this point. I'm doing the actual story for a little bit. Oh my god, game.
Sounds like thunder.
But if I only focused on the story, I could finish this up in 2 more streams. And 3, maybe. Story, you're my expert on this. How many more,
You're late. We're starting to think you'd stumbled off a cliff.
I seem to recall that.
How many more 4-hour streams do you think this will be?
Any trouble on the road?
Nothing we couldn't handle.
I knew you'd come.
I just got to the free city.
Yes.
Allow me to introduce my brother, Joshua.
Clive's told me all about you. Or even listening most of the time. Name's Mididol, but everyone calls me Mid.
Mididol sounds like a...
Hey?
like a Tylenol knockoff. Like a medication.
My boy.
Uncle Byron.
Byron's got to be going through it right now. It's like, both of my nephews are alive? What the fuck?
See the day.
So these Akashic are being controlled.
That's what it looked like.
The last faith when?
Empty eyes, eerie blue glow.
Well, maybe in October.
But silent as monks, every last one of them.
Your man here speaks true, Clive.
Is it a horror game?
Saw more than a few in the city. They moved in ranks with a purpose.
Oh no, it's that Souls, like, yeah,
Ultima's doing.
Perhaps.
Not October, it's not a horror game.
What of the city?
Maybe soon.
Dead, mostly.
Mostly, but not all. A handful managed to lock themselves in.
Yeah,
the village
Bloodborne
before the
Blasphemous.
Horde arrived.
Um,
Some in the merchants' district to the
maybe
west,
after
and a few
this.
others on the far bank.
Maybe. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do after Final Fantasy, so maybe?
A few bolted doors won't hold them for long. We need to find them. And quickly.
What do you propose?
We split into two parties. I will make for the merchants' district, while you look to those across the river. Mind keeping an eye on my brother?
Not at all.
12-ish hours after you fight Bahamut.
What of us?
Mid, is she fit to sail?
The ship, the mithril engine could probably do with a few more tweaks.
Then you better work fast. Even if we do reach the survivors in time, they'll never make it to the hideaway on foot.
You leave that to me.
Alright, well, keep in mind, after I finish Bahamut, and up until this point, I haven't done any story stuff.
Think I can manage that?
I'll keep him safe.
Looks like you stuck with me, Byron.
That's Lord Rossfield, you little gutter snipe!
Shall we then?
But I think at this point, I might just focus on the story until I finish it.
Both of you.
You too.
I really enjoyed it, but now they seem to be like just throwing a bunch of side quests at you out of nowhere. And that includes side quests? Oh. Yeah, I'm enjoying it, but they seem to be throwing a lot of them at you, and I kind of do want to finish it so we can move on to some other stuff.
They don't stand a chance against those things.
Same company that published it, published Mortal Shell. Oh, cool. Mortal Shell is a really good game. Excuse me.
They've been routed.
You can get Blasphemous 2 and Last Faith in one bundle. That's a really good deal. For like $25. That's an amazing deal.
They're wearing Waluda armor.
Okay. No, Mortal Shell is a really good game too. If you like want a good Souls-like, I would recommend Mortal Shell. I had a lot of fun with it. Your Fire Breath attack's pretty cool. I would not mind doing that attack, in all honesty. You have it? You played it? Yeah, there you go. Yeah, if you have... Did you beat it? Oh, it kept crashing. That's a shame. You should try it now that you've got a better computer. Oh, it still kept crashing? That's really unfortunate. Well, he really just needed one little cube to die. Yeah, I think for the rest of the streams of this, we might just focus on main story. So that way I can still play something else through most of September. I think I might try to do Last Faith after this. Hold on, there was one more spellcaster, wasn't there? Fucking a lot of you over there, Jesus. That seems like it'd be a good change of pace from Final Fantasy. Metroidvania I can probably knock out in 2 or 3 streams. Thematically different.
What happened to the Royal Army? There's nothing but monsters here.
I find something cool in here? No, just open a gate? Alright. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. I would love to play some Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, except for 2 things. One, I'm so bad at them. I am so bad at the Tony Hawk games. And B, the thing I don't like about them is you have to get so many points to unlock new levels, and since I'm not good at them, I have a really hard time getting enough points to unlock new levels. So really, it would just be me skating around on like the first area for 5 hours. It is kind of funny you say that, though, because one of the PS2 games I'm going to be streaming at some point is one I did love as a child called Aggressive Inline. Which is an inline skating game. Fairly similar to Tony Hawk in, you know, you're doing tricks and stuff on it. But for some reason, I enjoyed that one much more. Where it's aggressive inline. And I'm looking forward to it. Say, please die so I don't have to, like, fight you again. Okay, which way do I go? Ooh, decisions. Oh, not this way, for sure. Okay. So actually just this way. There is no decision. Decisions, I don't have them. I want them all, so I get them all. I want to eat the whole cake. Fuck off, orcs doing magic. Orcs don't do magic. Orcs can't even spell magic. You gotta admit, the icon powers are so nice to use in general fights like that. When you're just like, you pop in, AoE everybody, get them all together around again, AoE them again. It feels very nice. Boss fight?
That sounded big. Joshua and Jill must be busy.
Thank you all for coming out. Love an accidental parry. We love that. Oh, you're a big lad. Alright. Knock him out, electricity. Oh, I changed so he didn't get... Yeah, it's so good. I feel like I dodged that. That's okay. Perfect. Alright, I don't even care if I like have to face tank all these. It's okay, Dace. If I had a nickel, oh my god. I want that move. I want the super laser. If I had a nickel for every time I was like, I totally dodged that game. And the game was like, but you didn't though. I would be able to retire and stream full time.
There may still be survivors in sight.
Literally paid in nickels. Yeah, but it's all coins under the table, so the taxman don't know nothing about it. I literally just go through the gate. Okay. Hey, Chris, what's up?
Where are they? These creatures. Does Ultima's reach extend this far? What the hell is going on here?
Tired? Yeah, I'm sure. Are you still sick? Are you on, like, are you recovering? Are you on the, like, the up and up now? Yeah, so if you sleep for 24 hours and you're still tired, that's a medical issue at that point. You're negative? Hell yeah! That's good. I mean, I imagine, you know, it's still probably gonna take you a few days to, like, be 100%, but, you know, until you are. Yeah, I'm on that getting COVID grind set.
You've caused quite the commotion. But then
Oh, hey, it's that guy.
You again. I don't believe we've been introduced. You were in my family's crypt, and now you're here, with an army of Akashic thralls.
Manners, Lord Rosfield. They are men, like you and me. Albeit ones unburdened by the wills that drive our kind to madness. They are pure. They are divine.
What?
And they are all that remains in this once raucous city.
Listen here, half-breed.
You'll pay for what you've
I'm
done.
gonna beat you up.
As you wish. I confess I have been very much looking forward to this. Pardon me this indulgence, Your Majesty. The vessel shall not be spoiled.
Are you supposed to be intimidating? You look like the most stereotypical knight I've ever seen in a game. Alright, immediately. Can I hit him with all 9 of these? Nice. Seven. Oh. Ah, that was only 8.
Nice try. Too slow.
That's pretty. I'm enjoying this fight. This is pretty good. Nice back and forth. And look at that, I'm at full health again.
Too slow.
Yeah, the teleportation's a little much, dude. Hold on, Deus. I can't reach out right now.
You will forgive me if my performance seems uninspired.
I know, all with 10 trillion HP.
So much more from our chosen one. Perhaps this will kindle your flame?
What now?
A gift from my liege lord's armory. Gungnir. Watch closely, Mythos. Yes! Yes!
I mean, it's a cool spear, but you don't seem very good with it. I have a feeling I'm not actually going to kill this guy at the end of the fight, and I'm going to have to fight him again later. But apparently there's not a whole lot of later left, so maybe not. Oh, he's there.
One is seldom enough. Would you not agree? Actually,
That knocked me out of that. That's so mean. That's a big combo. And after all that, I'm basically back to full. Good hit, good hit.
more, Mythos. Give me more.
Is he asking me to give him more, or is he asking for, like, more from his boss? The only disadvantage when all that's going on is it is impossible to tell what is happening. There are too many effects going on sometimes. Oh, it doesn't...
Nice try.
Oh, I almost dodged through that whole thing. Sad. Alright, you cheap-shotted your way out of getting damaged by this last time, so... Yeah, now you gotta eat the whole thing. Slipnir. Slain.
The vessel is strong.
I'm mad though.
My liege.
Poke him a couple of times with your foot just to make sure.
You're all right.
As are you, I see.
We are, yes.
I'm sorry, but we couldn't save them.
It was over before we arrived.
Well, you did what you could. I fear we were all too late. What's wrong?
He's not dead.
Nothing. I hope.
I don't know why the camera had to get like a tight zoom on his crotch there. Secondary boss fight right after the main one is Odin. All bad because I killed his little man, his little servant, his buddy.
Leaving so soon, Mythos?
It's the king.
Indeed. You may kneel before Barnabas Tharm, Warden of Ash and King of Walud.
Should have been a pirate, Barnabas. It was a much better calling for your name. Well, let me guess, this guy's gonna be difficult, and he's gonna be using 10% of his power. Oh, it's all cinematic. Come on, let me play the game. I bet I can hit him.
Wild and impetuous. I expected more of the boy who bested my Lord Commander. Yet I see why my master covets you so. The power within you, Mythos. The potential.
Stop calling me Mythos.
But Mythos is everything. The cornerstone of all creation. The Lord's vessel. Your purpose.
My purpose? To surrender my mind and body to that thing.
That thing that impersonates your naked mother, then you lay on her lap. I mean, you could skip the cutscenes.
No, Your Majesty. My purpose is my own. I made a promise to my friends, to my people. And nothing is going to stand in my way.
You wouldn't know why you're there or why you're doing any of this, but...
Allow this delusion of free will to bar your path to greatness? Truly, your volition is a cancer. One that must be excised.
I like the subtle electric guitar just coming in the background to the music.
Try it.
Good hit, good hit. Good hit. Solid. Slice through the heart with a beam of death.
Weak as all the rest.
Joshua!
Oh no, now Jill's gonna die.
Oi! Oi! This way! Hurry!
I like how Torgal grabbed my sword.
Power beyond reckoning, and they use it as a crutch. Such a waste.
Rip Jill. Sometime later.
Will he be alright?
The phoenix can mend flesh, but the spirit must recover on its own. I'm afraid the rest is up to him. This place is remarkable. Outfitting it must have been no small feat. But why go to such trouble?
That beauty's belly's filled with wonders the world ain't ready for. If the guilds caught wind of what we were up to, they'd all want a piece. Alright?
And how is he?
He ain't dead.
Do not blame yourself. He was barely breathing when you brought him here. We would have lost him if it were not for you.
So Odin's gonna be a fun fight later.
Barnabas may have severed nigh every sinew in my brother's body. But he made certain the wounds were not fatal.
Nigh every sinew?
Allow me, your lordship. Don't know what I was thinking, putting you to the trouble like that.
'Tis no trouble carrying comestibles to my ailing nephew.
I know, but you've already done so much for us. Pouring your gale into the hideaway and now the ship. I don't want to take the piss.
You risked your life. And for what? Some girl you hardly know. Why'd you do it? You not mad or something?
I wouldn't go that far.
Didn't just risk their life. One of them actually died. I'm about 90% sure. Took a death beam right to the eyeballs. You don't bounce back from that one.
And the world won't save itself. It was Sid. Your father, who taught me that.
Sounds like it.
Oh, that's Sid's kid. Mid is the kid of Sid.
Don't you dare do
Makes
that
perfect
again.
sense.
What of the royalists?
Fucked off, the lot of them, along with the galleon. With the king on board, no doubt. The Iron Hair wouldn't sail without him. Clive. Jill didn't come back.
What do you mean?
She kept the king busy while the others dragged you out.
It's all right, Mid. Jill is fine.
The ether of her icon endures. And as long as it does...
Oh, cool. She ain't dead.
She is alive.
She's been corrupted, though, into an enemy, and I'm going to have to fight her. Because I'm only missing 2 icon powers.
Jill will be with the king.
And we've only seen 2 others.
Well, good luck catching her.
We got Ice, and we got
Going nowhere.
Death, is that Odin's just like Death.
She's got a kick like a wild chocobo and a mind to tear the hull in half.
But do you have an idea?
Well, of course I do. My dad'll have seen this coming a league off. If I had his old writings...
If you had his old writings, you'd be sitting under a fuckload of rubble. The ones Otto didn't save anyway. I suppose you might still have a few pages in his stores.
We'll have to hope it's enough. Do what you can to ready the ship. I'll speak with Otto.
In your condition, you really are mad.
Perhaps. But the world really won't save itself.
Yeah, he can walk, you know. Oh, I'm sorry. You wanna know what's going on? Yeah, essentially. I'm sorry. Why is this guy attacking me now? What's happening? A song of hope. I got a song of hope.
Right.
Hope, 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 hope,
Gav said that Otto
hope.
might know something.
Open with the Pope. The Pope's made of hope.
It's a dangerous world
He
out
gave
there.
me some soap. Ooh, got a better sword.
You'll not find a better
Put
price
that.
than that.
Find my potions.
You're rubbing me blind, you know.
I kind of like the look of that.
So what do I owe the honor?
Use the forge. Blade plus one.
If I do say so myself.
Rune belt plus one. Equip that, yeah. Yep, equip those.
No scratches, right?
Rune blade plus two. Nice. The belt.
My best work, but it'll do.
And the bracelets.
Yeah, that should do you.
Cool.
If it's knowledge you seek, we've tomes aplenty to guide you in your search.
Cole said it was an army of Akashic. What will happen to me?
How are we supposed to do our duty when the hills are crawling with Akashic in the valleys of...
Ah, I wasn't
Alright,
expecting
do
you
we
back
get
so soon.
anything
Your
out of
benefactors are a
here?
generous lot.
1560? No.
All done.
Not super far off, though. Otto! So,
But if you're here, where the hell is everyone else? Don't tell me.
They're all right. But it's a long story.
couldn't you say it's a long story, but I don't have time to get into it?
You lot don't do things by half.
We need Sid's old writings.
Well, at least everyone's still breathing. Now, as for these writings, I'm sorry to take life, but if you had those, you'd be...
Sitting under a pile of rubble, I know.
But we were able to save a few bits and pieces from the ruins, most of which ended up being used to build this place. The more personal items will go to the next of kin. In the case of Sid's things, that would have been mid.
Then I'll check the workshop. If Amber and the Lazarus are gone, then...
Alright, let's go root through Mid's things. Like a good friend would.
This looks like it's from Sid's old diary. But you'll already have read it. I'd better keep looking. What do we have here? Oh. Sid's pipes. Something tells me Mid won't be needing these.
We've
What's
had
it
no
called?
word from Canva for days. Please tell me Mid is all right.
Continue searching. Oh, okay. Are the pipes what you call it, cigars?
I remember seeing this doll in Sid's cellar. I wonder if it was Mid's. Huh. What's this tucked inside it?
All my inventions, this one's the best, and so when choosing its place of rest, I recalled your opus, daughter dearest, and now it sleeps there in the first. Going to have to work on that last rhyme. Yeah, a little bit. It's not the best rhyme.
Invention. That sounds promising.
Alright, I really gotta pee, and we're either in the middle of an ad break or we're about to hit one. So give me a second, I will be right back. Oh, yo, I'm back. Oh, God. Hey, so, odd question. Did my stream interrupt or anything? Have I been here this whole time? Okay, no. Cool. Yeah, internet just dipped out for a second, didn't it? That's real nice. That's great. Really appreciate that, internet. Ah, good, good, good. Can I exit photo mode? That actually... You see the stream fine? That's... Well, it went down and then it came right back.
Perhaps Otto might know.
But it did, like, reset my session. I only noticed because my phone just happened to disconnect from the internet and then, like, reconnected. Yeah, stream died. Yeah, internet crapped out for a second. Which is real cool. Oh, cool. And because the stream died in the middle of an ad, it didn't count that ad, so it's just going to play another one. That's... Great job, internet. Real proud of you.
She couldn't have been more than, what, 11, 12 when she cobbled that thing together? It surprised us all. Not least her dad. You should have seen how proud he was of the little scamp. What's that battered old box have to do with anything?
I think Sid may have hidden something inside it.
Wouldn't surprise me. Those two and their bloody treasure hunts. Half the things in the hideaway were hidden one time or another.
Alright, inspect the orchestron. I have no idea what that is. Oh, it's like the jukebox.
I didn't break it. Well, I didn't break it.
What didn't you break?
Nothing. We didn't break nothing. We definitely didn't break the orchestrion.
What's wrong with it?
You just gotta hit it and be like, A. But you gotta say A, otherwise it's not gonna work.
See?
And you had nothing to do with this?
Nope, nothing. We just wanted to listen to all the songs at once. So we pressed all the buttons. Like this.
Maybe you don't do that.
See?
All too well. All right, out of the way.
You little shits, you broke it.
Something caught on one of the gears.
Did you break it?
I didn't break it. You broke it.
No, I mean, yes. There. How about now?
You fixed it. Sid fixed it. He more than fixed it. Yeah, new music.
Huh. Never heard this one before.
They started playing when I removed this. Whatever it is.
Ooh. It's gonna be the thing you're looking for, Clive. The tool Mid needs.
I can tell you it's important, though. Sid showed it to me once and said as much. Said it was the stuff dreams were made of.
I just imagine Sid showing that and be like, this is really important, but I'm not going to tell you what it is or what it does.
Indeed. Let's see if we can make some dreams come true.
Shouldn't I, like, hurry back to Canvar to give Mid this piece?
Aye. Lose a patient?
Actually, yes. The Crown Prince just left.
Dion left?
Unless you've another word for stood up and walked off. Yes, left. He did have the decency to leave a message with Obelisk before commandeering one of his dinghies. Should we go after him?
No. We're not the Prince's keepers. He's free to do as he sees fit.
I'd rather he did so in bed. His wounds are nowhere near healed.
Ah, he'll be alright.
Much like yours, I suspect. Otto told me what happened in Canver. What is it with this realm's princes and their aversion to rest?
Ask me when I get back.
Ask me when I'm done doing the thing.
Try to stay safe.
And if that fails, try to stay alive, eh?
Every moment I waste here, the further the flagship sails. I have to get back.
Alright, let's get to it. We got a lot of shit to do still.
Clive? My dad had it all worked out.
He'd be proud of you, Mid. His writings may have helped, but this achievement is all yours. Can we catch them?
The Aine is one of the largest, fastest vessels ever built.
Motherfucker got a cruise liner.
Any other ship would be hard-pressed to keep pace with her, let alone reel her in. But this isn't any other ship. This is the Enterprise! And the world's never seen anything like my dad's engine.
It certainly hasn't.
Clive, what do you know of Barnabas Tharm?
Okay, well, glad Dino just went off again.
Only what the bards sing. That he sailed to Ash from southern lands. That it was his mastery of the blade which won him the throne.
Not a very good song.
And that his sword, Odin's sword, can sever the very threads of creation. But don't lose any sleep.
Hey, Tatter. Yeah.
We'll do what we
well, my internet died for like a second. Literally just long enough for the stream to die.
I thought this cove was meant to be hidden.
And then it came back.
Mid! Company! Eh? We'll hold them off until the ship is ready. But hurry!
Yeah, it just went off, so... It's all good, it happens. I'm trying not to let it annoy me. Plus, we only got like 20 minutes left anyway.
Everyone with me? Here they come.
Why are you guys nervous? You fought way more than this before.
Mid needs every moment we can give her.
Behind me, Lord Rosfield. I'll take care of these fuckers.
I'll have you know, earth-breaking here. One struck fear into the heart of every man in the kingdom.
Run in, do the AoEs, and then proceed to whip every shot against everyone else.
About that offer, Gav? How are we doing, Mid? I thought you said that ship was fast! Oh? I haven't felt this alive in 20 summers! Come on, then!
I have a bad feeling somebody's gonna die at the end of this combat. They're gonna be like, ah, we did it, and then like an axe or a sword or something's gonna come out of nowhere. Hour and a half jog / walk with a few good hills. Well, good for you, man. That sounds nightmarish to me, I'm not gonna lie. I will be completely honest with you. The walk part sounds great. The jog part, not so much. I'm built for comfort, not for speed. Before going, you do that before going lifting to the gym? I mean, fair. Oh, you walk instead of, and then you drum when you get back. I mean, that didn't sound too bad, in all honesty. As long as you don't sit for too long after the walk, yeah. No, I generally, for the most part, like, enjoy, like, walks. Like, walking around. It's nice. It's relaxing. On a day like today, not so much when it's 100 degrees outside. Torture yourself with the jogging bit? Yeah.
That was easy.
It sounds like it.
Alright, you lousy lot. Get your asses on board. She's ready to sail.
You heard the captain.
Yeah, it's the real feel of 100 degrees today.
Clive?
You wore black too? Oh god, why?
But I thought he was...
Confounded. Then it is as I feared. Sleipnir is no man, but a creation of Odin.
Oh shit. That might be a little problematic. One wasn't bad.
Fiery fundament. Have you no normal enemies?
6 of them might be a bit. Sweating even if you're moving slow, yeah, I'd say so.
Of course we are. Right, Lord Rosfield? My boy, there was a time people called me the Executioner. Or was it my office? No matter, heads will roll all the same.
Mate, new plan! You leave, we follow!
Follow? Swimming, are you? Oh, bugger me! Weigh anchor!
Red Scarf is giving you in middle school.
Have care, my friends. 'Tis not blood that runs through an Eddie's veins. These foes will not fall easily.
But they will fall.
I literally already killed one as you were saying they will not fall easily.
How long are we meant to keep this up? As long as it takes. Unless you have a better idea. Well, I've already killed at least 5 of the bastards.
Okay, to be fair though, like, everybody had that hairstyle back when I was in school. Yeah, like, literally, I forgot that Zach and Cody...
Should we make for the ship?
Not yet. Wait for my signal.
You're not wrong.
Right, run for it!
Yeah, I remember, like, I vaguely remember being in school and being like, it's not beaver hair. I had this haircut, this style before that. Damn, Byron, overshoot the jump. See, I will say, having Clive be the last one to make the jump here, while cool and cinematic, he's like, oh, he's the main character, so of course he's going to, like, be the last one out. He's going to make sure everyone makes it. It takes all the drama out of that scene, because of course he's going to make it. He's your character. That's the character you play as. Of course he's going to make the jump. And it can't be Joshua who does it either. I like how he said now while he's just hanging on with one hand. He's barely got a grip on it. He's like, got it to full speed! The Nao de Janeiro.
What do you want?
Oh, they got those handcuffs on her. You can break these cuffs.
That's quite a mess you've made. And wholly unnecessary. You are my offering to Mythos. I would not see you damaged.
Now back to your stations! Every bell spent treading water puts another league between us and the galleon.
I don't suppose Mid has a spare engine? Since you rose from the grave, my fortunes have plummeted. Are you absolutely certain of this quest of yours, Clive?
Man, it doesn't look like they gave him any food or water for that little dinghy.
As terrible as they are numerous.
Aye, and they'd have us live and die on their terms, which should answer your question.
Ha! You have that same stubborn look as your father did when he set his mind to something. On the battlefield, I am but a single axe. A deadly one, mind, but a single one nonetheless. Yet what you require is 1,000, and I believe my old friend in Brandalar can provide them.
Every time I think I've heard every like major town that they're going to talk about, they bust out another one.
I cannot very well do that if you're dead. Again.
Good luck, Uncle. And may fair winds attend you.
As for you, Joshua, take care.
I shall do my best, Uncle.
Farewell, my nephew.
Well, for the most part, it's not.
Next you see me, it shall be
There
with
are.
an army at my back.
It's not terrible because you start in like Rosaria and then you go to Sambrek. And then you go to Galamil.
Do keep up, my boy.
You going to drum? You have a great afternoon too, Tatter. I will catch you later. Enjoy your drumming.
Showing us up now, can we?
We would never hear the end of it.
I'm going to be stopping here shortly for the evening.
Greek of mercy.
Man, he looks a little rough. Are you going back to look for Terrence? Can't believe they named him Terrence.
All this. What have I done?
My lord.
That kid selling potions has been in every major area we've gone to. That is the most well-traveled character not part of the main cast. One issue I will admit I have is, like that map menu we were just in, there was no reason for it to transfer from a cutscene to that map menu to another cutscene. Because I couldn't go anywhere else. I couldn't do anything besides select this spot to start another cutscene.
What's to prevent her from
Just
circling around
immediately
Ashes?
transition to the
These
cutscene.
winds in those waters. It'd taken forever and a fortnight to reach Stonehenge.
Mid knows what she's talking about, Clive. Better than any of us lot, anyway. I say we do as she tells.
Sails on the horizon.
She's ours. Look alive, boys! Full ahead! And keep those furnaces fed!
Rammer!
Do you feel that?
A ramming speed! Oh, Barnabas, ye think ye be the pirate of these seas? Nay, lad, nay. It be I be the pirate of the seas. Oh, you can't be wearing that on the seas, me boy.
One leads, so does the other follow.
You'll sink to the bottom of the sea.
Consciousness which joins them condemning both to the same fate. Yet my every attempt to strike it from their hearts serves only to tighten its hold.
No, we already killed Titan. You don't have to worry about him.
Fascinating. But then, there is naught my blade cannot sever.
So what do you do about that?
Grigor's gas!
Nice dodge.
Barnabas.
Hard a port! Heads down, you brutes! And brace for impact!
You missed. Well, they had to make one of them be, like, one guy at the end be the strongest. I just didn't know who was going to be at the end. Oh shit, we actually are going to ram them. Got held for aggression.
I'll find her.
Careful now. I know. Clive? Can nobody yell for him real quick? Clive, he's here! He's here, Clive! Get back over here! Why are you leaving with him on your boat? That seems like a terrible plan. Yeah, flip the ship!
Why did you hide her, Barnabas?
Once we finish this combat, I'm going to save, and I'm going to call it there. Shouldn't have cast magic, buddy. Because now you're my #1 priority. Yeah, Clive, that one's so mean. You just like curb stomp their balls like 15 times. Boom, 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 boom. Yep, stagger that guy. Okay, got him. And on that note, I'm going to say thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. And thanks for tuning back in, coming back by, and hanging out some more, and watching a little more after the stream decided to crash, because that was annoying as hell. I will be back Monday. So the preliminary schedule for next week is Monday and Tuesday. We're gonna be playing Sly 2, Band of Thieves. Probably finish that up Tuesday, I imagine. Kind of what I'm guessing, anyway. Wednesday, we're going to be playing Squirrel with a Gun. Really looking forward to that. It looks like a very fun and ridiculous game. So that should be good. And then Thursday, Friday, more Final Fantasy. I think I will finish Final Fantasy up next week. I'm going to try to. After we finish that up, I think it's going to be time to play The Last Faith. That seems like a pretty fun game. And I have been wanting to play that. It's almost $30 on Steam. Well, we'll see how much it is on PlayStation. But I've been wanting to play that. It seems like a cool game. And that'll be a nice change of pace from Final Fantasy. But for now, have a great night, guys. Have a great evening. Adios, and I will see you all Monday.